everyone, welcome back to Anxiety Art Adventures. I am going to be showing you 4 coloring books today, and I'm going to be doing thorough flip throughs of these books because I want you to be able to see everything that's offered in the book. 2 of the books were sent to me for review on my channel, so I do want to disclaim that. These 2 here, 50 Mandalas and the Halloween book, were sent to me free of charge. So I just want to make sure, clarify that. So I did not pay for those 2. These 2, Rose Windows and Colortronic Animals, I bought. So I'm going to show you those. So let me move that. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a lovely, lovely day. The weather here is very nice. It's in the mid-70s and no rain, so that's good. All right, so this book is called 50 Mandalas. It's a coloring book for adults with inspirational quotes. And this was sent to me by 5310 Publishing. So I want to thank Eric for sending this to me and letting me show this on my channel. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of mandalas. Love them. And I was like, hey, mandalas, absolutely. And even better because they have inspirational quotes. And I will have a link down below for this book. You can save 60% off of this book with the link that I'll have that Eric gave me. So please check out that link. You'll get huge savings if you want to have this book. So, all right. Okay. This just tells you about 5310 Publishing, their website. So you can check out their website. They have some really cool books on their website. Okay. Now, some of these, I've flipped through the book, and some of these are pretty detailed. They are single-sided, though, which is great. I feel like I'm not getting enough light here. Sorry. Some of them are single-sided, and I'm sorry, all of them are single-sided, but some of them are very detailed, so you're going to want to use either a really fine tip marker or a really sharp pencil. And this one, they've got, I'm not going to read every single quote. This one was from Mark Twain. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try and cheer someone else up. Very true. Very true. See, like this one isn't as detailed, and I like the fact that the back of the page is black. For me, that helps when I use markers, that helps stop the bleed. Of course, you always want to put a couple of pages of stock paper or a piece of plastic in between your pages so the bleed doesn't go through to the other page. This is Theodore Roosevelt. A good leader can't get too far ahead of his followers. These are very, very pretty mandalas. I like them a lot. One suggestion I have to 5310 Publishing is to offer one with a black background. That's a huge hit for me in particular, and I know a lot of people in the coloring community like that as well. So, but these are nice. Like I said, some are detailed, some are not. Each one has a inspirational quote on it. And it is on Amazon paper. You can get this book on Amazon or through 5310 Publishing through their website. And that link that I'll have down below, you can choose where you want to buy it from. It's the same price, both places right now. So just kind of flipping through. But I really like mandalas, and these are very different. They're not all in a circle or square. Yeah, let me come down a little bit more. So you get a bunch of different patterns with these. So yeah, let me know if anybody has this book. It just came out, I think, I want to say just a couple of days ago. It just came out. So it is a newer book. And to be honest with you, I was not familiar with this company, with 5310 Publishing. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's 5310 Publishing or 5310 Publishing. I'm not sure. But I was not familiar with this publishing company. But they have some really cool books on their site. All right, now see this one's very detailed. Look here. Very, very detailed. That would take you quite a while. Quite a while to do. Quite a while. And some people like that. I prefer the easier ones. Now, unless I'm using my Bic Intensity permanent markers, those are, you know, ultra fine tip and they can get into small spaces like that. I haven't used my pencils in a really long time. But the quotes are neat. They're from, like, this one's from Rockefeller. This one's from Henry Ford. There's no happiness except in the realization that we have accomplished something. Look at that. That's really pretty. And I like the fact that this one has thicker black lines in it. It hides your mistakes. Oh, that's lovely. That one's got thicker black lines and not as detailed. So, oh wow, that's teeny tiny. But like I said, there's a good variety of different ones, and they're cool shapes. Like that's almost like a snowflake pattern. Very nice. Yeah, these are very pretty. Very pretty. Here's one from Martin Luther King Jr. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. So this is a good book, especially in this day and age when it seems like we're seeing a lot of negative things happening in the world. It's nice to see positive, inspirational quotes at the bottom of your page. Give you a little smile. That's from Anne Frank. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Very true. Very true. Ah, here's one from Sean Connery. You write your first draft with your heart and you rewrite with your head. The first key to writing is to write, not to think. That's really pretty. That's different. I like that. I like how there's a square in the center and then it goes out into the snowflake pattern. It's really cool. Ooh, yes. Look at that with the black. I like that. Can y'all see that? I need to zoom in a little bit more. Isn't that pretty? Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit more. Let's see. Get it in a little bit more so you can see it a little bit closer. Now see, this you can do a bunch of different ways. This you can leave a lot of the spaces white, or you can fill it all in. I like that. That's really neat. So yeah, you get a lot of mandalas to color in this book, which is really nice. It is on the thin Amazon paper, but like I said, that doesn't matter because they're single-sided. So as long as you protect your page, put something behind it. So yeah, on this paper, you just have to be careful. I love this with those dark lines. That's really pretty. Oh, yes. Me likey. I'm going to mark this page because I definitely want to do one out of this book. I try to color a page out of a book before I show it to you, but I just got this book yesterday and I was already planning on doing this video, so this is the only book I didn't color in. But that's okay. I will color in this book so you can see the finished product. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. I like that. You can even use like, maybe I'll try that in this book. You just have to be careful with the paper, but like some watercolor pencils, just like very lightly use like a water brush. Not too wet because you'll destroy this paper. Or Inktense pencils. Very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, I like that one too. It's really nice. These are so different. Like they're very different from the other mandala books that I have. I like it. I like it. Oh, look, this quote is from John Bon Jovi. Nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. There you go. And then you have a couple of blank pages in the back. I do recommend to all publishers that you should always have a color chart in the back of the book to test out colors. So I would suggest maybe adding that to your books. But this is a great book of many different mandalas from 5310 Publishing. And again, I'll have the link down below. Sorry for the glare. So yeah, with inspirational quotes. So Eric, thank you very much for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. And I will definitely color in this and I will post it on Instagram. Okay, so that's the first book that I received. And then the next one is Sash Diva's Halloween book. I'm so excited for this book, you guys. Sorry for the glare. Let me turn that light this way just for a second. I knew he was coming out with this book. He told me he was coming out with it. I was waiting to order it, and then the next thing I know, he messaged me and said, already sent to you. I was like, oh, yay. So thank you so much for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of Sasha and Prashi, and I try to buy a lot of their books, which they're very affordable. All of their books are under $10, and they're so much fun. I love Color by Number, and this one especially is great for the season. So, yeah. Let me know who has this book. I know it came out recently. I think it came out, I want to say it came out about a week ago. And this is just about the book, about the holiday, Halloween, and, you know, about Sasha and how you can reach him and get in his Facebook group, all that good stuff. Yeah. Got a book belongs to page. Now, the nice thing about his books, over here on the left side is your color chart. And in this book, I'm pretty sure, yes, okay. In this book, the color chart does not change. It stays the same. So even if you don't have, like, if you don't have a number 1 blue, it's still going to be there. So I like that stays the same and doesn't change. But the other thing that's really nice about this page is instead of having huge areas of you know, space to color, he's patterned it with these lines so that it minimizes the amount of large space you have to color. I like that with markers because that way it doesn't look very streaky. So these are great images. I applaud you, Sashin, for this book. I'd say this one and the Sea Creatures are my 2 favorite books. Like, you got a Frankenstein. And some of these are cutesy Halloween, and some of them are a little scary, which I like. You got a witch putting a frog into a cauldron. And again, these are single-sided, so yes, it is going to go through and it will get on the color chart, but it's the same on every page, so you can always go back and reference that. Yeah, I love this. You got a pirate. This is great. A mummy in its coffin. I'll probably do this one soon. And you've got Dracula. I like how he's holding a cup, and number 10 is red. So it would be obviously a cup of blood, but I think that's cool that he's holding a cup. He's got bats around him. This one's a tree with the owl and the bats and the pumpkins. Then you've got some trick or treat, candy, happy Halloween. This is the one I colored. I've already put it on Instagram. What I forgot to say on Instagram was I used Wink of Stella on the blade there. There you go. You can kind of see it. Because it was just blank. It didn't have a color. So I was like, oh, let's put a little Wink of Stella on there. So I decided to color the Grim Reaper. And I like it. I use spree markers, of course, in this book. Love my spree markers. If anybody doesn't have spree markers, get them. Okay, so this is what I mean. You're going to have the residual on the back of the page, but like I said, that's fine. You can still read what that says. So this is the front cover page. Very cute. Look. He's holding his head. I think that's great. I love it. You've got a zombie. Got a witch. And these books are great for adults as well as, you know, kids. So that's nice. You can always share them with your kids. I love this page. This is another one I'm going to do soon with the cats, the mummy cats and the pumpkin. So it's a fun book, and I was really looking forward to this one. I hope that Sasha comes out with one for maybe for Thanksgiving and another one for Christmas. I know that's asking a lot. Scary clown. I'm not a fan of clowns. Not a fan of clowns. If you hear my cat in the background, I'm sorry. She has been kicked out of the room. Yep, I hear you. This is cute. It's like a little Halloween shop. I hear you, Zoe. You've got a cat sitting next to a cauldron. Sorry, guys. And the witch on her broom. I know, so rough. Okay, and this is his thank you page. And I highly recommend, if you do get his book, please leave him a review on Amazon. It really helps. He's a self-published author, so you know it really helps when you leave a review for him. Yeah, and he also responds to all of his emails. Anytime you contact him, he's very responsive. So I really appreciate that. These are all the different books. He's got so many different books you can look at on Amazon. So, yeah. And then in the back, I do like the fact that he has a color chart sheet, so you can test out your mediums. They have little ghosts on them. Really cute. And he puts this in all of his books. So you get 1, 2, 3. You get four pages of color chart. So that's nice. So very fun book. Halloween. Sasha/Deva, thank you so much for sending this to me. Love it. Love it. Okay. So those are the 2 books that were sent to me for review on the channel. And now I'm going to show you the ones I bought. Okay. This is Creative Haven Rose Windows. Now, this is not a new book. How I have not seen this book before, I don't know, because I do enjoy Creative Haven's books. This is quickly becoming a favorite book of mine due to the fact of how this looks when you're finished coloring it. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay, so how many of you have this book? I've seen a lot of people coloring in this book. One moment, sip of coffee. I've seen a lot of people coloring in this book and posting on Instagram. And I want to say the first person I saw show this book was Jessica Sparkles. And then I saw Anne. She has it as well. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot because I'm a huge fan of grayscale. And when I saw the results of coloring these pages, I was just like, oh my goodness. Yes. So I will recommend that you use lighter shades if you use markers. I'm not sure about pencils. It'll probably be the same rule of thumb for pencils, but I've noticed that when you use the darker shades, the stained glass effect isn't as prominent as when you use the lighter shades. Isn't that cool? Oh, here. Sorry. I didn't put the light back on it. Sorry. It's just, they're awesome. They are single-sided. The paper is a little bit thicker than your normal Amazon paper. They are perforated pages. That's just awesome. I love this book. I just got this book last week, and I think I've done 2 or 3 in this book already. Just gonna quickly flip through these. I'm trying not to make this video like really long. Look how detailed that is. Can y'all see that? Look how detailed that is. But it would be beautiful. Like the effect of it would be awesome. Okay. All right. Here's one I did using some darker colors. I used dark purple and a darker blue, and I don't feel like it has the same effect as when you use the lighter color like the yellow or the orange or the lighter aqua. Isn't that pretty though? I love it. I love it. Like I said, I'm just going to do a quick flip so you can see the designs. I know a lot of people have showed this book already. I think this book was published in like 2017. So like I said, it's not a new book, but it's new to me because I had never seen it before. Okay, that one's cool. Okay, now this is the first one I colored out of this book, and I did post this on Facebook and Instagram. So, but you see what I mean? How the orange, to me, the orange, the pink, and the yellow seem to pop quite a bit. You guys can see that. And yes, I used spree markers, of course. I have 3 sets of spree. Okay, so this one I did last night, and I decided to use lighter colors, and I feel like this really, really pops. Don't look at the back of that one, sorry. I know, I feel like that's taking away from it. But I used like yellow, a really light aqua, a lighter shade of red, a light purple, and a lighter green. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's simple coloring. I mean, it's just straight coloring with markers, and the effect of it is just, wow. Wow. So yeah. So I do highly recommend this book. Yeah, so I think those were the 3 that I did so far. So I will have the link down below for this book. You can get this one on Amazon. Like I said, it's a Creative Haven book. And that's the last page. No, that's the last page. Yep, that one's the last page. And then in the back it shows you, you know, what someone has colored and what it looks like with different colors. I think they did that. Yeah, I think they did that in the front too. Yeah, they did that in the front as well. So again, Rose Windows, this is by Joel S. Averin, and published by Dover, which is Creative Haven. And it just gives a great stained glass effect. It's beautiful, beautiful. So highly recommend this book. I'll have the link down below. Okay. The other book I bought, I took a chance on, and this one I need to come back up for a little bit. As you know, I like the Quirkles books, the big books with the circles. So this one came up as a recommendation. This is called Colortronic Animals by, who's this by? Lauren Farnsworth. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. Now I will say, this book was a little pricey. I'll have to look up and see how much it cost. I think it was like $15, I think, $15 or $16, but it is a bigger book with bigger pages to color in. So I thought this was going to have kind of the same sort of effect as the Quirkles books, and I personally don't think so. Let me know if anybody has this book. I'd be interested to know. Okay, now I'm going to go over the good and the bad, in my personal opinion, about these books. First thing is, this is your color chart. There is no, names of what color to use in this book. You just basically have to match this up the best you can. So what I do is I take the color sheet that I got in my spray markers, my little color code chart, and I hold it up against these, and I try to match it the best that I could based on these color circles. So there are 29 animal illustrations in this book, and they do use very bright, vivid colors, as you can see here. So, and there are illustrated versions of the pages in the back of the book, and I'll show that to you. Okay, so each page is single-sided and perforated. So this one is a bunny, and on the left you have your color chart. Now, I will say, this changes for each page. So your colors are not going to be the same page to page, just FYI. Some of them, they want you to color the background, like this one is, they want the background to be yellow. That's a lot of space to color yellow in. So you want to use probably a chisel tip marker to do that, or maybe watercolor in the background, or pan pastels, or neocolors, something like that. That's a lot of space for a marker. And I'll show you an example of the one I did in a minute. So yeah, it's a bunny. This one is what is that? I can't remember. An otter, maybe? Maybe an otter. So again, there's your color code, and that's all you have to go by. And that one, yeah, they do want you to do the background in like that green color, like that tealy green. There's a mouse. That one has, yeah, 15 colors. That one, no background. Here is a parrot, it looks like. Now that one, they want the background to be black. That's a lot. You could probably use like acrylic paint. That's another good thing you could use in the background. Just make sure you put underneath the page, put like a piece of parchment paper, wax paper. Wax paper is better. Put a piece of wax paper underneath it. That's what I do. Here's a tiger. And this one, they want your background to be a purple. And this is a color by number book. I don't know if I said that. It is a color by number book, so you are following, obviously, the numbers. Here's a hippopotamus. Lots of pretty greens and blues in that one. Here's a salamander or gecko, probably a gecko. Every time I see a gecko now, I think of Jeremy with his leopard gecko. Yeah, and this one, they want you to have a black background as well. And you don't have to do the background, obviously. And you don't have to follow this color chart. You can color it however you want to color it. Totally up to you, Shug. There's a giraffe. camel. This, honestly, this is the first time I had seen this book when it came up as a recommended book on Amazon when I was looking through the Quirkle stuff. This is a red panda. And I just never even heard of these books. This is I say this is like a bobcat or a lynx maybe, with the tufts on the ear. That is a llama. I'm going with llama. There's a koala. That's like a meerkat, like prairie dog, meerkat kind of thing. A rooster. No background on this one. Squirrel. And I will say, the lines are not very dark and they're very thin. So you have to be really careful when using markers because you are going to have some bleed over on the lines. There's a panda. I found that out the hard way. And there is your, I'd say that's either a Boston Terrier or a Frenchie. Probably more so Boston Terrier. There's a penguin. All right, now here's the one I colored. Now, it looks streaky. And the reason it looks streaky is, if you notice, all of these areas to color, they have like weird, let me hold it up a little bit. They have weird like jagged edges that you have to like get down in little areas and you have to be careful. And then they're huge, big areas. So I enjoyed coloring this page. However, it was different. That's all I'm going to say. It was different. And this did take me a little bit of time. I think it took me, a couple hours to do this one. And it took me, I'll be honest with you, it took me about an hour to get all my colors straight. So what I did, I'll show you here on the left page, I would test it obviously on a piece of scrap paper. And when I found one that was close, I would mark it over there and put the number of the marker, because Spree just has numbers on the top. And I would just put what marker I was using next to the color. So that's what I did. That's what worked for me, so that I could go back and reference it. But yeah, I think this took me about an hour to choose all the colors, get the colors right, and then another couple hours to get this one finished. So, I mean, it turned out okay. I did use, now I don't know if Anne's listening to this, I did use my chisel tip on this. Now you can see it's a little bit streaky just because I honestly don't use chisel tip. I prefer the fine tip. But it kind of gives it kind of a watercolor effect, in my opinion. So anyway, so that's the lion. And that's a moose. Ostrich. Frog. And that's either, I think it's a guinea pig. I'm going to go with guinea pig. There's a kitty. I know y'all are like, why didn't you do that one? I want to do something different. Shark. Ooh, you really look, shark. And that one has a, ooh, it has that pretty blue as the background, is what they want you to color it. There's a chameleon. And this is, I'm pretty sure that's a puffin. That bird, a puffin. That's what I'm going with. And a gorilla. And that's the last one. Now, here is the back, and it shows you all of the animals the way that if you use you know, their interpretation of the color chart. So very bright, very pretty. Like I said, some of them have the background, some of them don't. So yeah, I do like the fact that they do show you what this looks like at the end. So yeah, and there's the line that I did. So, I mean, somewhat close. Somewhat close. But yeah, it's a very cool book. I just wish, and I wish they had somewhere in the back of the book where you could test your markers, you know, have a color chart in the back where you could test stuff, test your mediums. Yeah, so very, very different book, Colortronic Animals. So let me know in the comments below if anybody has heard of this book, has this book, has done anything out of this book. Let me know. Also, in the comments below, let me know of any suggestions any of you lovely sugars have for color by number books. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you know I'm a big fan of color by number books. So I'm always looking for a new color by number book to try. So let me know some suggestions of what all of you like in the comments below. That would be great. So yeah, so these are the books that I wanted to show you. So yay. Oh, sorry for that glare. Yikes. Those are the books that I wanted to show you. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. And hit that like button and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I put up videos. To all my Patreons, thank you so much for your continued support so I can show you awesome books like this. And yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely week. Stay safe, wash your hands, all that good stuff. And be kind and be nice to each other, and you know, let's try to stay positive, even though I know things in the world right now are not very positive. Just keep your chin up and keep smiling. So, all right, everybody have a great week, and I will see you again really soon.